Farming in northern Michigan was a strenuous way to make a living in the late 1800s. The harsh weather and difficult terrain stretched the capabilities of those hardy souls who worked the soil. Most of those farms were self-contained. They raised animals of all sorts, food sources for those animals, food for the family, and some commodities to sell. One absolute necessity on every farm was a good barn, one that could provide shelter for the animals and storage for the crops, such as hay and straw. Although there were many designs, most northern Michigan barns had basic concepts. The main floor was accessible via a ramp, or the barn was built into a hillside for direct access. There was room for animals and perhaps the milking line on the lower level. A loft above stored hay and straw. Stalls were often on both the lower and main levels. Sometimes silos and even granaries were built into the main structure. Although some farmers attempted to build on their own, it was more common to utilize a master barn builder and hold a barn raising. George Fornwald and his son were just such master builders. George happens to be the great-grandfather of one of Heritage Village's staunchest supporters, Martin Jahn. Martin and his wife Pat were in possession of the old picture you see in front of you. They shared it with our Heritage Village group. Following nearly 2 years of searching, we found the barn in the picture, still standing and in relatively good condition. Codes and costs have deterred us from an attempt to move the actual barn. So we're undertaking the next best thing. We'll have an architectural drawing done to a slightly smaller scale, but accurate in every detail. We will then have a builder reconstruct the barn just as it stood when George Fornwald finished that building. Who knows, we may actually hold a barn raising, just like in the old days. Watch the hill beside the garden in front of you. You'll see 1895 come alive again. If you'd like to be part of this exciting project, contact us at MackinacHistory.org or visit us on Facebook at Mackinac Village at Mackinac.